Good morning, folks. Nobody's here watching me. I don't care. I want to let you know some projects that I was working on. I brought my lapidary equipment that you can see. You can see right there. You can see my lapidary equipment. I got my rocks that I'm going to be cutting and stuff. So this is Cherokee Sky Silica uh, from one of my mines. Nobody's going to be watching some weird guy in a trailer in Arizona, right? Okay, so anyway, uh, that mine is right next to the Apache Chief mine. From the Apache Chief mine, the Apache Chief mine is James Burrows. I maintained some contact with him throughout the years, and I will be going with him into the Apache Chief mine. Um, he experienced a delay. He had gone down the mine and was working, and he had some stuff. Sorry, had some stuff collapse on his leg while he was down in the mine on his birthday. So while he was down in the mine with his leg trapped, uh, he he he's been kind of laid up. So um, as he's been laid up, he um, I don't know what he's been thinking. I mean, what do you think when you've been working down at the bottom of a mine? You get your leg trapped, and holy crap, what are you going to do, right? I'm going to be buried alive in the bottom of a mine. Yeah, it happens up here. So there's plenty of. I'm so sorry. Come down to Arizona, I've got either a cold or I don't have a fever. I think I've got a cold. I got a runny nose and a cough. So I want to let you guys know that I am continuing to work towards getting some more film of the Apache Chief mine. I'm going to do another reproduction of my how to remove a cactus from you. I'm going to be a little bit more. I'm going to go straight to the arm. Uh, I'm going to probably swipe my arm up against it and we'll pick it off there because people were crying that I wasn't doing it. It was just on your pant leg. Yeah, well, okay. I'll make myself bleed and demonetize my content just for you. I had one viewer, came for 5 seconds, and he left. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. So James doesn't appear to get up early. I'm an early riser. So it will probably maybe I've got cancer. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna type something here. So thanks for dropping in. Okay, so while I'm also here, I'm also writing my book. I am kind of the background story and getting it in my head. trying to trying to nail down the basis of the story. And one guy just told me, why don't you just start writing? So I have started writing. And at one point, when I get a better internet connection, because right now I have a 1 out of 6 marbles on my stream here. So I don't know how to do anything as far as writing, but here I am writing a book. It's interesting when you end up doing something that you've never done before. You don't know how to do it. So your way of doing something could be new and interesting. So I am doing something new and interesting with my perspective on life. I have a unique perspective on life. Sorry, I heard some weird. Okay, so let's see. Perspective, streams, books, book, novel. What am I doing here? Good question. What are we all doing here? I, myself, have no clue. We all live each day like it's our last. Do we? Do we live each day like it's our last? Do we know that tomorrow's going to come? I don't know. I'm scared to find out if the reality is the reality of what is, what could be, can be, will be history. I appreciate all of you for leaving a like, comment. I do reply. I do heart my comments that I read. Sometimes it's hard to read comments that are hard and negative, so I have a tendency to skip over them, but I still heart them. If you ask me a question, I will probably reply. So it is sunrise. As you can see behind me, the light is shining through the curtains there. It's hard to maintain focus with a traumatic brain injury. So you guys will have to pardon my inability to maintain focus. I struggle with the focus hard each and every day. It makes it hard to kind of write a book and try to create a storyline when it's there, but my focus keeps drifting off in each direction, and it's going to be hard to be able to maintain a sense of focus. So, other than the mine, I am working on my own mine, other than James's kind of history with the Apache Chief. I will be recording those and editing those, uploading those later. I'll also be getting whatever footage I can and uploading. As I said, I am limited in my internet connection. So I will be working at getting the internet connection. It's $140 for the equipment and $66 a month, but it's my dedicated line. So it probably is going to be worth it. So I'm going to be working on getting that kind of in line. And if it does come in line, it'll come in line. If it's in line, you know how it works. I do what I'm trying to level the trailer that I'm in, because I'm in kind of shack. Uh, so I'm in a fifth wheel that somebody they had bought, repoed out of the desert, and it's been stripped and gutted. I'm left in a ramshackle cottage. Gonna work out. I've been surviving for the last, comment. Thanks for dropping in. So while I'm here, me distracted from one to another, and it turns out that when they do distract, and when we are able to find something is competing life, it's easier to, by changing your perspective on what's happening, instead of it impeding your life. Sometimes things come into our life to change, and once we are able to accept that change comes into our life, we can move beyond the negativity and get progress into it all being positive. And that's kind of where I am. I am trying, with all these negative things that are coming in, I just got to one step at a time, and eventually you'll get to where you need to be to make that life-changing change. And that's full of steps. So we think that we all have in common that we have that constant basis of time that we have as an investment, which we can direct our path in life. As you can see, I don't care about it. Doesn't matter what people think of me, because I know an alternate direction, because I know that the variety will become something quite large. It is difficult. I'm working with a place called FastNet that will give me a dedicated line, a little receiver that goes to wherever they are transmitting from. But once I get that, it will be. And so I've been here for about a week and a half. Probably type this out so somebody just doesn't have to guess. Okay. Man. All right. So connection's unstable. I see one bar. We're trying to reconnect. Hi. Right. Thanks, Aristotle. You're more than just Aristotle. We should strive to be more. What I was talking about earlier. When we choose to go in that right direction, we know that there's there's no outside influence that can change or no outside influence that can change our direction. And that's kind of where I am. I am in that direction where it's like I don't care if people see that I'm living in a broken down fifth wheel shack, cutting rocks and writing a book and making sculptures out of weird shit, right? So I don't cutting rocks and writing a book and making sculptures out of weird shit, right? So I don't but I am praying that what I'm doing on, and I'm going to try to keep you guys updated as best as I can. And it will be a better update when I get that dedicated. For anybody that's been paying attention, I really appreciate the fact that paying, yeah, it's horrible. I understand. Thanks, Bev. I'll go to fast. I'll make that a priority that they end. Thanks for checking out.